I'm kind of concerned because we're talking about maybe modifying a few things in the house as my husband progresses through his disease. What kind of a mess is that going to make in my house with, adding something for the stairs or getting in from the garage? Am I going to have to move furniture and whatnot?
There's a common anxiety about turning the home into a hospital or having the just kind of a gross medical look throughout the home. There should be some expectation for rearranging some furniture, perhaps moving a bed in the bedroom to allow space for lift equipment. But with today's equipment options, you can get a medical bed that looks just like any other bed, that's fully adjustable and
wow.
doesn't give you the sensation that you're sleeping in the hospital. Equipment now can be installed in such a way, and I'm thinking about a ceiling track lift system that really does pull the equipment out of view, so to speak, and really limits that sensation that you're living in a hospital.
And does my extremely high ceilings make a difference for that? Because we've got, gosh, I don't even know, cathedral type ceilings in the house.
Yeah, another very common question. What's great about technology these days is that engineers have really worked through a lot of those very common issues with ceiling heights and changing ceiling heights, and vaulted ceilings, and those kinds of things where the equipment can still be installed in a low impact sort of way, providing the accessibility that's needed without necessarily changing the aesthetic of the house to be cold or hospital-like. Instead, it'll still feel like home. That equipment will be safely installed and it will maintain full accessibility.
I like my throw rugs. Is that going to be a problem?
Well, we do want to look through the house at things like throw rugs. Potentially, we might want to find, in many cases, thinner rugs, and just make sure that our rugs have like a rubberized mat underneath to keep any kind of slipping from taking place, especially if you're using something like a power chair. Those can grab those rugs and move them around.
Okay. And then there's carpet in a couple of other rooms that we use. Is that a problem either?
Not at all. Carpet is fantastic and rarely presents any kind of challenge in terms of moving throughout the house.
So how much time do I need to plan for any of these kind of modifications in my house? Because I don't know how fast he's going to change, from being as mobile as he might be right now to, needing all of these accessories.
Planning is so important. I would recommend that you start planning early and you plan for as far out as you really can see. With equipment, oftentimes there's not a tremendous lead time with mobility equipment. However, it's common to make the mistake of purchasing solutions that really only have a temporary advantage. So using the knowledge of care providers, aging in place specialists, and other professionals, they can really help evaluate the home and assist in that planning process. But I certainly would advocate that planning takes place as soon as possible. You want to think through these things, and there's so many resources available to help plan for the future.
Okay, so finding people to help figure out what maybe I'm going to need first or more sooner than later.
So when we talk about planning is extremely important, and there are so many professionals that is their job to help us plan for aging in place and living with a progressive disease. Many of the solutions that they'll recommend cost nothing or very little, and they can often be as simple as a minor rearrangement of furniture in a bedroom to allow space for transferring.
Thank you for your help. I think you've answered a lot of questions for me.
Oh, you're very welcome, and it is my pleasure.